Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Miami's offense takes the field to start this game off. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to him again. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Off play action. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Canes will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Takes it on the return. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The LSU Tigers offense has the ball for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
They're working that left side, and the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Makes the grab down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. They want to just keep throwing it. Can't get him to the ground. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Canes are rolling down the field. They'll try it over the left side. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's got his man. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Flores. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. The Canes are threatening in the red zone. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. The give to the back. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Touchdown, Miami! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. Every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan is currently trailing in this one, but if history has taught us anything over the years, it's that closing out the maize and blue inside the big house is not easy. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Penn State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. getting some heat. It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Looking to pass on 2nd down. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking for the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's got it down the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. With the run on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
Complete.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Afterburners coming. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The clock has stopped and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. He wants to throw, looking to scramble. Got room at the 35. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Firing to the right, complete.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They're bringing heat. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
Makes the grab on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Timeout, Miami.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Right down the boulevard, it's good. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hurricanes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. The sure hands, it's Flores. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. And the Canes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to take off. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Tigers are flying down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's...
Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, LSU! They'll try to tack one more on their score. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Handoff from the shotgun. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies, 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes his connection. Snowed under by the defense.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go for it? Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. From the gun to give, looking for room. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. He'll try it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Hurricanes decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Hauls it in at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. If you're the defensive coordinator, no time to worry about bust. You have to sell out to get the ball back. Trying to start the drive with a pass. They get to him as he throws. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. A low line drive and short kick. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Defensively, the clock late in the game when you're winning, it's your friend. You got to find a way to keep that thing ticking. When you rush the passer, keep that quarterback in the pocket. Make him beat you from in there. You're dropping.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Looking to throw on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Flores. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Makes the catch past the sticks. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Hurricane. They move on top here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Buying some time. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the two-point try. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He's looking for a man on second down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the clutch late score that almost certainly will be the game winner. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Dialing up a second down pass play. They're trying to get to it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, obviously here in the fourth quarter trailing, they're going to be throwing the ball, trying to get back in this game. Couldn't come up with it there on second down. They're expecting them to throw it here on third.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly to the tight end. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.